The International Monetary Fund has kicked off the new year with some predictions about the global economy, and they are definitely gloomy. As Jeannie Lee tells us, the IMF says things will get worse before they get better.
And so what is happening is that you have the three biggies when it comes to global economies. The US, the EU, the European Union, and China all falling into recession, and when that happens, you can expect other people, other countries to also sneeze, shall we say. So here's what Kristalina Georgieva had to say about this when she spoke to a U.S. talk show on the weekend. We expect 1/3 excuse me, of the world economy to be in recession, and she means this year. Even countries that are not in recession, it would feel like recession for the hundreds of millions of people. And certainly that is because of various things. You have the war in Ukraine, you have rising prices, you have higher interest rates, you have the spread of COVID in China. All of these things happening, and especially already we've heard from the IMF downgrading the global economic outlook back in October, and since then, of course, the spread of COVID in China has ignited. So that's why she has turned even more negative than she was. Well, we're expected to be one of the 1/3 of the global economy that will also fall into recession because of the impact on those three large factors, China, the EU, and the US. And so if you take a look also specifically at what is happening in Canada, you'll see that there's a lot weighing on the economy. You have those higher interest rates, started at practically zero a year ago. Now the Bank of Canada overnight rate at 4.5%, well, almost at 4.5%. A lot of economists expect it to get as high as 4.5% sometime soon. So very expensive to borrow, a lot of people in debt, a lot of businesses in debt. That's going to have an impact on the economy. So the next line will show you that rates may eventually fall because the economy does slump, but that will only be late next year. So in the meantime, a lot of pain. And overall, you have this expectation for the Canadian economy to contract through the year. Whether it'll be a serious recession is, debatable, but definitely a slowdown.